7 weather with meteorologist Vivian Gonzalez.
Good morning, South Florida. We are waking up to periods of clouds still streaming in. I do believe this morning we'll have a good amount of sunshine, but then the cloud cover will take over. So similar setup to yesterday, but these are higher level clouds, so it should be mainly dry. We're only adding a small chance of seeing a sneaky shower moving in along an east-northeasterly wind, but moisture levels are pretty low, and right now it is 76 degrees in Fort Lauderdale. Interior areas, some spots in the 60s like Weston at 69, 73 degrees for you in Sunrise to 70 in Davie. We move into Miami-Dade County. We have 75 in North Miami, 75 in Hialeah, Doral reporting 74 degrees in southern Miami-Dade, West Kendall 65, 76 though for you in Homestead, in the 70s across the Florida Keys. We do have the breeze east-northeast, 5 to 10 miles per hour. It'll be increasing as high as 15 with an occasional gust over 20 miles per hour. Right now, no significant gusts to report, but we are going to have a breezy to gusty day today, at least one more day, until the winds tomorrow start to subside a bit. There's a stalled front to the south, high pressure to the north, so that's why we're going to have that fresh breeze and cloud cover pretty much taking over. Heading into our Thursday, the winds lighten up a little bit, and we'll have maybe the occasional shower rolling through. I do believe Friday will be the best day of seeing some additional showers, but the overall trend still looking pretty dry across the region. Heading into the upcoming weekend, we'll be following a much stronger cold front. And as far as the tropics are concerned, I'm happy to report that all is quiet. Threat of rip currents remains high at area beaches. There's a small craft advisory in effect for our local waters, even for the Florida Keys, especially for seas beyond the reef that are building 5 to 7 plus feet. And the next tide cycle will be high tide this morning, 7:30 in Fort Lauderdale, 7:59 for Miami. Highs today, upper 70s to low 80s. We'll get slivers of sun, a gusty wind along the coastline. Tonight, we'll still have stubborn clouds and steady temperatures in the lower 70s. Your extended outlook does call for even warmer weather ahead of that next front over the weekend. And then as we look at that next front, there are signs that we could be waking up into the widespread 50s next week. Metro 7 on 7.
Well, tonight the full moon will appear larger and brighter than usual, hanging low on the horizon, especially just after sunset. According to the Farmer's Almanac, November supermoon often signals the arrival of the first snow in the northern parts of the U.S. and Canada. And if you miss it, the next supermoon will grace our skies on December 4th.
Are we going to have clear skies? I think that's
hopefully
a good question for Erika.
Those who tried to see it last night, you're probably going to have a similar situation tonight. And it's because of this cloud cover that's unfortunately going to be hanging around. And it's not just today and tonight. The next few days, we'll be dealing with all of this cloud cover. In addition to the cloud cover, we're also dealing with breezy to gusty conditions. Our winds right now are sustained anywhere between 10 to 20 miles per hour, currently in Hialeah, up to 16 in Miami and in Fort Lauderdale. And across the Florida Keys, we're seeing those winds now picking up in speed, especially across the upper Keys, where it's up to 15 to 20 miles per hour. We are seeing some gusts across South Florida, Miami up to 26 right now, up to 17 in Marathon. Cloud cover sticks around, but we've been dry so far. And really, other than a spotty shower or passing sprinkle, we're really not expecting a whole lot as far as rainfall is concerned. That cloud cover focused mostly across the eastern third, eastern third, I should say, of southern Florida here. The rest of the state is enjoying really nice conditions. That's because high pressure has moved in. We're still stuck between that high and that front. That's what's causing those breezy to gusty conditions. Gusts up to 25 miles per hour will be possible today, with the possibility of maybe a passing sprinkle or a spotty shower on Thursday. Still with some cloud cover, still with some showers now, with a chance of showers, I should say, by the end of the upcoming work weekend. Then we'll notice those moisture levels beginning to climb a bit more humidity for the weekend as well. Use caution, Miami-Dade and Broward waters. The small craft advisory was allowed to expire early this morning, but seas along the Gulf Stream could still occasionally reach as high as 9 feet. Biscayne Bay will be choppy. We do still have a high risk of rip currents across area beaches, and because of the current lunar phase, we are noticing our tide level is a little higher than average. That together with wind pushing up against the coast here, that is providing for some saltwater flooding, especially during high tide. We'll talk about that high tide in a moment. For the Florida Keys, coastal waters will remain at a moderate chub. Seas could occasionally reach anywhere between 3 to 7 feet. Now, the all-important high tide in Fort Lauderdale, Miami will be coming up this evening at 7:36 and then at 8:05 p.m. at MIA. Slivers of sunshine, gusty breeze. Temperatures will be in the mid to lower 80s, so we might be a degree or two warmer than we were yesterday, but the cloud cover does hold into tonight, and maybe we could see a passing sprinkle. Our overnight lows will be in the mid to lower 70s. Spotty shower again will be possible Thursday with a slightly better chance come Friday into the early parts of the weekend, but overall it looks like we'll see a little more in the way of sunshine this weekend. We'll also notice those warmer temperatures and more humidity. Then heading into early next week, we'll be eyeing a stronger front. Could be the strongest one of the season so far, and it could even bring some 50s our way come early Tuesday. That's your 7 on 7.